Hey, niggas and friends, welcome the fuck back. Yeah, bitch. I am. I am. I am.
I don't get it.
Laura Winslow. I couldn't think of anyone.
And I am Lil Nas X in his Ice Spice costume.
Oh, you bitch.
And this is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
Oh, that was going to be a part of the beginning of my, what's this thing called? Hot Talk.
Black X? Oh. I thought he was going to be Black X.
Not it was his Black Excellence. I mean, that is the segment that comes first.
Cute.
So it's right for you to think that.
It was adorable, but okay.
But first, well, how's your week?
Oh, right. I was like, first what, nigga? Yeah, honestly, same shit that I've been saying for the past several weeks, still going on. Yeah, but also steadily improving. Not by much every week, but improving nonetheless. So I'm counting my fucking win. What about you?
Yes, and it's beautiful to be able to count that.
It is.
On 10 toes. I'm good, still tired, which has been the common theme for me over the past couple of weeks. But I had a lot of fun this weekend at my Halloween party.
Yes, you did.
And got to see some friends like Sharielle and her wiggity wife, Whitney. Why did I say that? Why did I do that? Who am I? What?
Okay, crisscross.
In Atlanta, and I haven't been to Atlanta in so long, and so that was like the energy was a lot of fun. And yes, I was feeling my little pop star icon.
You were
disco beat.
You were. We saw it. We saw it. Mm-hmm.
Good time.
And you
great
look
stylists.
Yes, I. Shout out to you and the people who helped you on those costumes. Because you looked great.
Candace did my makeup and my lashes.
Work.
And my jewels. And my stylist, Jay, did the outfit for me.
Look at you. This is just so rich and famous. My stylist,
I mean, he's like, I just started working with him. A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But, so it's not like my stylist. Like, I just have a stylist.
I mean, the rest of us Googled, peacock costume and called it a day. But
I mean, well, it was my party, so I had to,
and still, but yes, and you did that. You absolutely, you turned it out, and you looked amazing, and it looked like so much fun. I was so sad I couldn't make it, but I really had to.
Spirit.
I really, really had to stay home and catch up on some stuff. It was that or like drop out of school. So sorry. But next time, y'all look like y'all had a great time though. Everything Alex has been posting on Instagram. Of course he did. Of course he did.
It was good to see him.
Yeah.
We had a ball. All right, let's do some Black excellence. This week, we're going to give honor to Zion Clark. He is an athlete breaking records. He recently achieved 2 world records, one for the highest box jump with hands and most diamond push-ups in 3 minutes. For the highest box jump record, on his very first attempt, he set it by jumping 30 inches.
God
damn. He wanted
damn.
to try again and then beat his own record at 33 inches. For diamond push-ups, he beat his previous record. Oh, no, he beat the previous record of 240 by doing 248 push-ups on his second attempt in 3 minutes. Now, the interesting thing about this is that Zion was born without legs because of a rare condition called caudal regression syndrome. His mother couldn't take care of him, and he was put in foster care system, it says here, for 17 years. The woman who adopted him gave him a chance so he could focus on athletics, be a wrestler, and a track and field athlete. He said, my mom took me in and gave me a purpose. A lot of people passed me by and wrote me off as a problem child, and she took a chance on me and gave me the stability I needed so I could focus on my athletics. These are his second and third world records. He set one for being the fastest man on 2 hands last year, walking 20 meters on his hands in 4.7 4.78 seconds. He has the words no excuses tattooed on his back. He's just, an athletic, overall bad ass and, record-breaking superhero. And he's currently training to be in the 2024 Olympics for wrestling in Paris. In Paris.
Yeah.
Paris. I don't know how to do it.
Well, this is really incredible. A 30-inch box jump is impressive regardless.
Yeah.
And I really can't even, I'm trying to trying to do that with my hands. And bitch, it's even less of a likelihood because all of my strength is in my legs. So I'm blown away by this. Congratulations, Zion. Awesome. Yeah.
I was going to say, getting me to
keep pushing.
Do a box jump. Hell, getting me to pull up to the gym right now.
This is
impressive.
Truly impressive. And even more so when you hear about everything he's gone through. So yeah, congrats. I'll be rooting for you in the Olympics.
Also, congratulations to Tabitha Brown, who was nominated for 2 Emmys.
Hello, friends of mine. Come on in, it's tab time. I'll do. Be sitting right over here and answering her when she asking questions and shit. Damn show do. Damn show do. No, it's a damn good show.
It is a good show. Great cast.
Yes. Yeah. Great guests. It's fun and black, and it's just so, I feel like Tabitha Brown in children's programming is just a match made in heaven. So
yeah, it kind of feels like
it's perfect. When we found out about it, I said, this is an incredible idea. And yeah, that's exactly what it ended up being. She picked up 2 nominations, and LeVar Burton is going to get the 2022 Children's Emmy Award for Lifetime Achievement.
Oh, what a year.
Right? Isn't that beautiful? And so well deserved.
Absolutely.
That man, he tried so hard to get you niggas to read. He tried so hard.
I feel like he's still trying very hard. Won't you come? Did they say that to you at your church? Won't you come? When they wanted people to come down
for the altar call, yes. Will you come to the fountain? Will you? It's for you and me.
So yeah, Tabitha Brown and Tab Time are both nominated. The show's nominated for Outstanding Preschool Series, and Tabitha is nominated for Outstanding Host. So congratulations, good luck to y'all.
Wow. Did not realize that show was aimed at preschoolers. I am a little more ashamed now.
That's why I said.
Definitely thought it was for kindergarten through 3rd grade. But damn.
I mean, how can you tell at a point?
I guess by the big bright colors and when she makes snacks with them, she did fruit race cars one time, and it's always get your grown up to help you use a plastic knife to cut these grapes in half or whatever. So I just figure by the time
what's the difference between that when you're in preschool versus 1st grade?
Well, that's what. Oh, well, I mean, I just assume that when I think preschool, I think of Teletubbies. I think of something you sit your baby in front of. That's not murder, words. Right? I think of just different colors and Zen music, but I don't know. I'll look it up. I guess there isn't really that much of a difference, but yeah, saying that it's nominated for preschool programming has me oh, okay, not children's, but babies. Got you.
Right.
I mean, it's still good, so I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a great show. Go watch it. Tap in with your inner child.
All right. So let's get into the pop culture segment of the show that we like to call Hot Tops. Bottom and Butthead Do the Universe. Now, we spoke a bit about Halloween already and its costumes. I just wanted to give a quick mention to some of the ones I saw that I enjoyed. Name you already brought up.
That was so good.
Nostradamus the 10th. And his costume is Ice of Spices.
There were a lot of Ice Spice costumes this year.
I mean, duh. Yeah, that didn't surprise me at all. It also didn't seem difficult. But his sheer commitment to the bit was impressive.
It was
as
good.
Always.
It was
as
great.
Always.
It was.
So who else did I love? Loved Chloe Bailey as Storm. Loved Keke Palmer as Rogue.
Oh, yes. I did see that. That looked great.
Loved Janelle Monáe as the White Rabbit. Loved Janelle Monáe as the blue singing lady from The Fifth Element. Diva, Laguna Beach, Dime Diva, whatever the fuck that lady name was. Diva, whatever, that lady.
I did not know
the lady
that
who sings in Fifth Element and goes...
I did not know she was doing a real character. I thought she was doing like her version of an alien superstar.
I mean,
wow,
that lady was literally an alien superstar. So
yeah,
she sung opera. And she also like clumped. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, it looked amazing either way, but
fantastic. Yeah. I mean, she's literally the Halloween, Halloween like it child for me.
Yeah,
like I always love her because she's got the time and the coin, the team over at Wonderland and whatnot to really give you the prosthetics, the makeup, the costuming, the whole shebang.
The people who really can afford like the money and the artistry to do incredible, like Heidi Klum and that fucking worm.
Yeah.
Like pulling off something like that. I mean, it elevates
she
your
does
Halloween.
It as well every year. I'm not even on Heidi Klum. She always turns up. But
she does.
I look to Janelle Monáe to see what she's going to do first.
Fully. I get it. I didn't see that many costumes.
Did you see anybody you liked?
I'm trying to think, other than the ones you've already mentioned. And
Lori Harvey did Beyonce, so she did Me, Myself, and I.
Yeah.
I mean, she just kind of looked like Lori Harvey in a blonde wig, honestly. Yeah. Like, she's gorgeous.
That was it for me. It was like Lori Harvey just decided to recreate some Beyonce videos, which fine. Like, you look pretty, and next to the reference, I get it, but I don't know. It just, Lori Harvey always looks gorgeous, so it was
gorgeous, yeah.
Okay. I liked Lizzo's Miss Piggy costume.
Oh, I did like Lizzo's
thought the nose
Miss Piggy.
that nose looked so good. I'm always impressed when y'all do stuff like that.
She did Marge Simpson too. And like she did a little meme.
Yes. And Cardi did a Marge Simpson too, with the ass.
Oh yeah,
out,
she did.
That I thought was,
I mean, because if they can have the ass out and they can't,
yeah, right. And did you see Nicki Minaj's family Halloween?
No
costume. They did Honey I Shrunk the Kids, except it was like Honey I Blew Up Papa Bear or something. So
that's the second one that nobody watched.
So Papa Bear is like huge, and Nicki and whatever that nigga's name is, they're like tiny.
Yeah, the second one is the one where they blew the kid up and he was a big kaiju.
Well, so Papa Bear is adorable.
I'm looking it up. Yeah, and just a big Papa Bear. I'll take it.
It's just a giant Papa Bear, and
they recreated the poster. Oh, this is cute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is super cute.
When I saw it, it was because somebody had retweeted it and said you could see that nigga's ankle monitor in his pants.
Y'all are the petty, like, no shade. No pun intended. Y'all are so petty. And you really can. Oh my God.
That's the thing. It's petty till you realize like it's
even
right
noticed
there.
It. Y'all. Anyway, this is super cute. A great idea. It was probably really easy to do.
Exactly that. Yep. Something you could do at home, even in case you're not allowed to leave and go too far.
You know what? But
yes, it did look good. Yeah, and yeah.
Oh, she also did Cinderella.
Oh, did she? Oh, yes, with the ass out.
Wait, I didn't slide to the next.
Oh yeah, keep
there it is. There it is.
Yeah, that was cute.
I'm not mad at this.
No, me either. Absolutely not. I mean, it's Halloween. Have your ass out.
Yeah. I did.
My God. Did you see
look at this cute little stink?
Niecy Nash and Jessica Betts.
Niecy See?
You are going to scream.
And Mr. Jessica.
That's right. Halloween. Mm-hmm.
Did they post it?
Did they post? Oh, your face when you saw it. It's Nelly and Kelly in the Dilemma video.
This is so gay. This is so gay. I love these niggas, bro.
Like
they did Rihanna and ASAP too.
It looked so good. It did. I couldn't hate.
They look incredibly
That's
happy.
An adorable couple's costume. I thought it was such a cute idea.
Wait a minute. Is this ASAP wig? This is a lace?
Who?
Jessica got on I guess this is a wig.
Oh, I didn't
even Rocky.
So I didn't see that one. I thought you meant like last year they did that.
No. I mean,
oh, here it is.
Yeah, it's just Happy Halloween from the Bets. And it's ASAP and
oh my
Rihanna
God. I cannot.
How does Jessica... Okay, hold on.
I cannot. Yeah, this is lace.
How is this wig technology so great, but y'all be on... Okay.
Yeah, that looks like it was professionally installed because it looks so good.
My nigga, this wig is on.
Oh my God. You know how in love you got to be to do this type of head ass shit with somebody?
They're lesbian. Like, bitch, this is...
homosexuality.
If anybody knows, you know.
Yeah. I do know.
The way I would have loved to see somebody try to convince you to do some shit like this.
It's never happened. Don't count on me ever feeling that strongly about a nigga. But this...
Niecy look good as
she does.
Roland.
She does. She does.
And Jessica looked good as Nelly.
Yep. It was, like I said, great
both
idea.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
Both fine.
Yeah. Keeping it very respectful.
All right. I can't remember anybody else I saw that I lived for right now.
Either.
I'm forgetting a bunch.
Right. Same. Somebody's going to be like, how could you forget the da-da-da? And I'm going to...
How heresy!
Yeah.
Blasphemers! So Puffy dressed up as the Joker, and I guess he was like also cosplaying. He was very in character.
Mm-hmm.
In like some drunken maybe LA streets. I feel like he went to Megan Thee Stallion's party.
Mm.
But some clip came up online with him, I guess, arguing with this nigga from Power.
I didn't know he was from Power, but yeah.
He plays a character named 2-Bit on Power and Power Book 2 and Power Book 7.
Please.
And Power, the E magazine, as well as the official Power Book Club. No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Michael J. Ferguson is the actor's name.
Gotcha.
They were recorded with him in like regular clothes. I don't know if he was supposed to be like Mike Lowry or if he just didn't have a costume on. But he is out in the streets. This nigga Puffy is completely cackling as if he is the Joker, calling him a clown, doing the whole shit. And I don't know, they're calling each other pussy and weird shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, because Puffy's like, do you know who I am? It's Puff. Give me a hug. And then they like smile and hug each other. And he's like, you lucky, because I'm really with that life. I'm about that life. Oh. And he's like, yeah, me too. And then he like invites him to a party. It was weird. I feel like everybody was drunk and maybe auditioning for Wild and Out. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell how real it was because it was so weird.
It seemed very real.
Yeah, awkward-ish. But I've also never seen the Joker, so I was like, if that's how he acts and everybody gets it, then fine. It just seemed a little, unhinged to me. But that's Halloween, and
I wouldn't have compared him to Heath, but
yeah, no, me either.
You've seen a couple of the movies, clearly,
right? And I saw the video from his Instagram of like somebody putting the wig cap on and all this. So,
oh, that's cute.
Yeah, he committed to it. I guess he was really in character.
Hey, Halloween's all about having a good time.
It is. It is supposed to be anyway. So,
and the good thing is it did not end in any type of actual fisticuffs or violence, overall fuckery, because I don't believe it was real.
Right.
What else is going on? So somebody sent me a clip of Drake on the Howard Stern show. Howard Stern asked him, I guess, what type of porn he likes to watch. What's his favorite type of porn?
Gross.
I agree. Here was his response as a quote reads that was sent to me on the, what's this thing called? On the Twitter. He said, top.
I'm sorry?
The doll baby asked him what his favorite type of porn were. He said, top. Highest tier of top givers. That's really what I'm consistently like on the daily basis tuned into.
All right.
Those are like the real superstars of the world to me. I think we all know what Adonis's daddy is talking about.
Yeah. With the full quote, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it does make a whole lot of sense. With the full quote. Or is it code language?
Well, I mean, it's just interesting that you would go on the Howard Stern show and not just say blowjob or head. Like, if it's the type of show where it's appropriate for him to ask you what kind of porn you like, it's just very interesting that you chose to say top. I get that top is slang for head. It's just also slang for other things. And so why wouldn't you pick one of the other many words we have for that? But, you know, I think...
Before your Hotep adjacent boyfriend starts bitching and moaning about the podcast you listen to, we are joking and don't care.
I think he likes to keep it ambiguous, though. I think he loves the gray area. I've said this before about Drake. I think he really thrives in it. And if that has to do with, you know, just his...
gay baiting?
Whatever you want to call it. I think he does it deliberately, and I think he has fun with it.
I think he just finds himself in these traps not traps. I think he like throws himself into these weird positions all of the time. I'd like to think that they're unintentional because it makes it funnier to me. But I did think it was weird that he would use the word top speaking to Howard Stern, because I'm like, does Howard Stern know what the fuck that means? But maybe he does.
I'm just saying, I feel like there are clearer ways you could have said that, and that choice of words makes me feel like it was deliberate. So, but whatever. I can't imagine why Drake would do a Howard Stern interview in 2022 anyway. Ugh.
He also just did Tiny Desk. Drake is, doing, I guess, fun new things.
I mean, Tiny Desk makes sense.
New 21 Savage.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. Promo. Got it. All right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Questions have all been answered.
Monica addressed rumors last week that she's dating rapper Kodak Black after photographs of them out on the town, as well as her posing with a big old blue Birkin bag, thanking Kodak for it. People started to say, hey, is Gunica, in fact, so gone over young Broward? That is not the case. Yet all. I guess they're just real close friends or something like that. I don't know. But she said, they know they can trust me. with whatever. Never have to doubt me. Not every relationship is about messing or dating. This is a tweet. She said,
okay.
Bill and Shimmy, I guess his partner. I don't know who Shimmy is. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't care. They, I hang with their moms because I'm their age. I'm gonna forever love and support and encourage them. I think Billy Shimmy's his brother. I don't know who the y'all.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just relieved that she's not actually dating that man.
I don't want y'all to say that to me.
That would have been the only thing that I actually gave a shit about here. So I wanted to believe that was not true.
I'm too old for this. I don't know who this is, y'all. Don't tell me because I don't care.
And it's only just now occurring to me that she must be like 20 years older than him. I didn't even think of that when I first saw that picture with the Birkin.
He's 25.
Yeah. So that would be gross anyway. Yeah. All right.
What else we got here? I said, so Chingy's in the news.
For what? God, I'm just gonna Google it.
I mean, nothing great or interesting. He did a Vlad interview, which, I don't understand why you niggas are still doing that. But some like random tandem literal who the fuck knows Twitter account posted 50 worst rappers of all time list. To which Chingy is clocked in at a fresh 27.
Okay, that's the bottom half.
So he was asked about this and he went on some rant about how, it's invalid and subjective and there's 7 billion people in existence.
Oh, girl. What?
And that all, different people have different favorite rappers and he sold X amount of records, blah, blah, blah. It was giving me very much like pastor that also sell insurance and cars and also got 3 families. So my whole thing is like, I don't know why, because it's quote unquote subjective. I don't understand why y'all are just like, okay.
Yeah.
Also, when's the last time Chingy put out a song? Like, why do you even take offense to this? Who cares?
This is where I'm stuck at with it. Like, why would you even give a shit about some random? This is not even. I thought you meant like Rolling Stone or
No, baby.
Vibe or some music publication did. This is just somebody. This is just some random person
cousin
on Twitter.
Julio,
like
that works at a Radio Shack.
Who cares?
That has actually been closed for the past 10 years.
Yeah, it's
like anybody.
And then you went on Vlad. Horrible idea. Just bad idea all around. And this is what you thought to talk about?
I mean, he was asked.
But please, this is so stupid. I can't imagine really getting worked up over this. This is just some random somebody.
Even when it's like Rolling Stone and the people
yes, even then.
Like, this is just a bunch of people's individual opinions. Like a room of people that got together and editors argued about
or whatever.
It
yeah.
For 6 to 8 hours and then went home and like I get it, but also, like all you can do is keep pushing and keep working and keep creating art and whatnot. But it's the fact that it's like a random screenshot from an incredibly random page that has no links to anything.
Right.
It's not even worth talking about. But y'all fall for the bait every single time. It's sad.
Putting the energy into this is just what it's really not making sense to me. Like you could be the best rapper. Somebody is still not going to like you. So again, the things you niggas choose to invest your time and energy into is baffling to me, but all right.
I forgot to mention 2 Halloween costumes.
Who?
Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan, who were dressed as the Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf. There's a wide open ageist joke right here, but I'm not going to do it.
Well, I've never heard of him. I don't know who that is.
He's Michael Jordan's second oldest son.
What?
Yeah.
Not this 48-year-old woman with a how old?
31.
Oh, okay. I didn't know Michael Jordan had a kid that old, but still, yikes.
Now, they have allegedly been dating, or they were linked together, like, I don't know how many months ago, and tried to play it off like, oh, we were just hanging out, which maybe they were. But now they're full on in matching Halloween costumes and what so on. And I mean, the age gap is like, it's large, but it's also not.
Everybody is super grown.
Deep.
Yeah, he's 31. I'm not going to argue.
Pretty grown. The only reason people talk about it is because his daddy and her ex-husband used to play on the Bulls together from like the late 80s to a good portion of the, like 10 years, except for that gap when I guess Michael Jordan thought he was going to play basketball in Space Jam or whatever. So like when you married Scottie Pippen around that time, this nigga that you're allegedly dating now had to be what, 6-7 years old?
This is what I'm
likely met him or had been around him around that time when he was playing with Power Rangers, the ones that the head flipped.
Yeah.
Y'all remember the Power Rangers figures where like the head would flip down and it would go from like the actor's face to like the Power Rangers helmet?
Yeah.
Just me? Okay.
I mean, so a 17-year age difference is something I would look crazy at. I mean, I guess even a little bit at 31 and 48, not really, but kind of. But what I truly have an issue with is like fucking somebody that you knew when they were a child. It's something about that is so weird to me. And I just don't, that's what makes me uncomfortable. You bringing it back to like, oh, you know, Scottie Pippen and Jordan playing together, all this. I'm like, you know, it is extremely fucking likely. In fact, it's hard for me to imagine a scenario where Larsa Pippen did not meet this boy when he was a young boy. And I don't know how you get to this place with somebody who you knew when they were like a baby. Like, be serious. So, and she is sketchy any fucking way. I feel like it's always her and somebody who's 20 years younger than she is. So I'm grossed out by that. Ugh. You are grown. Like,
I mean, do what you I think the age thing is like it
almost
is what it is.
50.
Like the 17 years or whatever it is to me is like, it is what it is. Like, they're both good looking individuals or whatever for whatever the age is. But if you had known this person or met them or had been around them for any stretch of time when they were a fucking like a child, like single digits.
Yeah.
I see why people are talking about it.
That's my real thing. That's what really grosses me out.
You also couldn't pay me with a diamond encrusted dick to give too much of a fuck about Larsa or whatever it is she's doing. Like, have at it, sis. If you like it, I love it, whatever. And then I guess it's all supposed to be scandalous because Scottie was upset. Whatever, I don't care.
This nigga's Big Bad Wolf costume, it is just...
It was definitely giving I'm Red Riding Hood.
Right.
Head on down to Michael's.
You put on whatever you want to.
Figure it out. Here's a flannel.
Nigga is wearing
you got the rest.
Like a furry hoodie and a fur-lined vest and then like some furry fingerless gloves. And that is it. Otherwise, it is a completely normal outfit. Like, he could take this whole thing off in less than a minute and be dressed like a regular everyday person. So yeah, it's definitely giving like, this is my costume and my moment, and you know, you just fit the theme.
Trey Songz has had a lawsuit dismissed. Jane Doe filed a lawsuit in July for $20 million accusing Trey Songz of rape in 2016. I don't remember if we talked about this or not.
I think
we did.
So it's ringing a bell.
It's one of a few different sexual assault allegations, and definitely not the only the lawsuit that's been out against him for it.
Mm-hmm.
But a judge just scrapped this case, basically saying that it was over the statute of limitations.
Oh, well.
And basically that if the alleged rape took place in 2016, that the plaintiff would have had a 2-year window to take legal action, which seems kind of crazy. So Judge Shirley K. Watkins threw the case out, and Trey Songz attorney Randall Awad confirmed it on Wednesday, as well as saying some shady things about the plaintiff. Yeah.
So I guess I thought that statute of limitations only applied to like criminal charges. But I guess I was wrong about that. Because otherwise, it seems to me when you file a lawsuit, your lawyer would have said, hey, girl, you're like 2 or 3, 4 years too late to file the lawsuit on this. Like the statute of limitations expired in 2018. So I guess I'm a little confused by that. But I mean, either way, I hope she's all right. And as for Trey, like he's just going to have to focus on the next allegation, the next charge, the next lawsuit, whichever one he has lined up or just settled. Like she's far from the only one who has said something like this. So
agreed.
Yikes.
Wholeheartedly. Yeah, I definitely did a whole bunch of typing and Googling when it came to this shit because I was trying my best to understand what it was that I was reading.
Yeah.
But I also read that his attorney said that he's currently considering a potential defamation action.
Interesting.
Against Ms. Jane Doe and her counsel, as well as others who have been instigating improper and meritless action against him in other states. And I would love for that to happen. Let's just get down to the bottom of it, shall we?
Yeah. I think, well, not going to do that either, but I think defamation, you really have to, there are like 4 or 5 different elements to defamation that you have to prove. So if you have enough evidence to back that up, then let's see it. If you have genuinely been falsely accused and you can prove that, then, and your attorney is saying that you're considering it. So either he's talking out of his ass like a lot of attorneys do, or y'all actually have some evidence. So if it's there, then please let us know.
Why even consider it?
Honestly, I don't. If I had to guess, I would say that because this was dismissed, his attorney took the opportunity to be like, oh, yeah, and we just might put out a defamation suit because people have been lying on him. Then nothing ever comes of it.
Why is it a consideration rather than like a matter of time? Why are you only talking about considering?
Well, again, that's that, because
all of these people are saying that this person, all these different people that don't know each other are saying that, this person's rapist, and our argument against this particular case is you should have said something sooner.
Right.
Well, we gonna think about whether or not we don't like what they saying.
Like, you want me to believe there's a group chat of these girls all like plotting against you or something? If so, again, I would just love to see the receipts. Show me the money.
It's just that's it.
Yeah.
Smell all right.
Nope. Smells like nigga shit to me. But we'll see.
Last but not least, I read a few days ago that rapper Takeoff from the Migos was shot and killed outside of a bowling alley during or after some party that he and Quavo attended. I don't know how much of the specifics this, as I said, just recently happened. And I just read cause of death today earlier before the show. I think it's still sort of hitting people. So there isn't like a ton of information. I know I read that like people are suspecting someone actually from Takeoff's side of some argument that broke out between him and his people and some other people. I think as a result of a dice game, which makes things even worse. But there is, talk that a suspect in the fatal shooting is actually someone from their side who possibly shot him by accident or who knows. So, yeah, man, it's getting way past weird out here. Every single time I read about one of these rappers being murdered, whether I know about them or not, I get it I feel like it cuts me a little bit because it's just like it's always some bullshit. It's always completely unnecessary. It's always some shit that didn't need to fucking happen. And I immediately think about how many people they had, like families specifically, that is not going to be able to speak to them anymore, on top of who may have been cared for by this person. And a lot of these are rappers who sometimes I have not even heard of before.
Yeah.
And this situation is like, I can't think of, even though they hadn't seemed to be getting along, the trio, I can't think of Migos not being three people.
Right.
And they're also related. It's like, it's just dumb and it's weird and things have to be done differently. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not even going to get it from my soapbox because I feel like I'm going to say a whole bunch of shit we say on this show all the time. But it's just sad and ridiculous. And I don't know what else needs to be done for niggas to get a clue.
Huh. Yeah, I was really stunned when I saw the news. I was like, I know you fucking lying. Takeoff is 2 years older than Adam. That's crazy to me. Like, I can't even imagine how Offset and Quavo must feel. I mean, his whole family, his mother, and I actually saw this rumor about like, oh, it was actually a dice game and niggas got mad and it was friendly fire, quote unquote, that killed him. And I just can't even imagine that. If that is true, the guilt that nigga must be feeling, like, I also can't fathom. It's sad all around. And I don't know. I feel like it's definitely like niggas resorting to guns when it don't take all that. Like, whatever happened at that dice game or at that party or whatever, it didn't take fucking guns to settle it. And it's also, America is just an extremely gun horny country. And like, you can get shot running your fucking errands, going to the grocery store, going to the library, going to church, like just sitting somewhere minding your fucking business. This country has so many fucking shootings every damn day. So I just feel like it's a violent culture in so many different ways. And it has manifested yet again in another young Black man losing his life. And it's tragic to me. Yeah. That's really all I have for it.
I guess I just feel like, a Black man, I pray peace for us. And I pray that we can respond to things in new ways and not out of pain and ancestral like strife. I pray that we can like start to tap into an emotional realm that a lot of us are resisting and get to know ourselves and one another spiritually and as humans and to respect and cherish life and to not feel as though we have to prove our strength or our strength and thus our value to other people, specifically other men, black, white, indigo, whatever fucking color.
Yeah.
I pray that we can start to understand that there is no one man, our type of power in masculinity or anything like that. That the black man can be sad and be broken and be confused and be lost and be vulnerable and be weak and be needing and be hurt. And that we can seek healing and progression and better, healthier, productive ways. Chains and cars and strip clubs and all that stuff is fantastic and great, and I don't believe it's going anywhere. We gotta like invest in us as much as we invest in impressing the world and striving for the privilege of people that look to destroy us.
Woo!
We're not really we can do better by one another, man. We can, and it's never going to supersede or overlook the ways that the rest of the world must do better by us. Not as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no. For me, this is not black on black crime and how niggas expect. It's never that. But it is the number of young rappers, again, the majority of whom I've never even heard of, who I just see headlines, I feel like all the damn time now, about some young rapper being shot. And it's just like, I don't know if I've ever even talked about this on the show, but one of the things I want to do with this degree is to start a scholarship fund to send Black people to grad school for counseling degrees. And one of the things I want to make sure I do is send more Black men to grad school to get these degrees so that we have more Black male therapists out there. So that those of you who are looking for somebody to talk to, who are looking to start unpacking the shit that you are really feeling, who are like, damn, I don't want to be like my daddy and my granddaddy and my uncles. And I don't want to, I want to find out why I'm feeling this way or why I do the shit I do. Like, it's easiest for a lot of us to talk to somebody who looks like us. And I know a lot of Black men are hesitant to open up about tender, soft feelings around somebody. You might feel safest with another Black man. And so that's just one of the things I want to do ultimately is like get more Black men through school and hire more Black male therapists at clinics in like major cities that service Black people, especially and including our cisgender heterosexual men. Cause like, it's just something has to change. This shit is fucking crazy, man. Like when I was a kid, we had like, this sounds ridiculous, but like I remember like Biggie and Tupac mainly. Like those were like these two huge stories of like rappers dying. And now I feel like y'all got a new name every month. It's
insane.
I'm sad to think about it. Rest in peace, Takeoff. I am so sorry.
And also DeVito's son, I think, died.
He drowned. Oh my God. That fucked me up too. Because at first I thought, oh, the baby was sick or something. You know, like I thought, you know, they knew he had, you know, some sort of inoperable tumor or something. Then I read the details and I was just like, oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Tragic.
They're
just
questioning staff members and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't even imagine that kind of
3
heartache.
years old.
Oh, it's been a rough week for the news. And meaning, and that's saying a lot considering that it is 2022 and every day is rough for the fucking news. But it has been a lot this week. Things have just been. It's been a good week to not be super online. I'll say that because the shit that I did see had me down.
You already know when a big celebrity or a big notable person dies, I super stay off the internet. Yeah. You'll never know how to act. It's like, oh, this soapbox is for me. Like it's, y'all. Anyway.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to both DeVito's son David, Takeoff, and you know, our love to everyone who's grieving.
Yeah, amen.
And that's going to be it for the Hot Topics this week. We're going to do a quick ad for, you know, bill paying. And then we're going to come back and read your letters. Hopefully they're spicy and fun and sexy, delicious. All right. Hey guys, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. We have told you this countless times before. All right. So many of us need to have our own little slice of the internet for all kinds of reasons. Maybe you are selling content. Maybe you are, you know, a blogging extraordinaire, or you got classes or news, whatever it is. You might need a website. So you can go to Squarespace to find one that will stand out, look gorgeous, have a great way to engage with the audience that you build, and, you know, a great interface to sell content and products. You can also have member areas so you can unlock a new revenue stream for your business and free up time in your schedule by selling access to gated content. And you can stand out in any inbox with Squarespace's email campaigns using customizable templates. And Squarespace makes it easy to display posts from your social profiles and automatically push website content to your social media channels. Call to action. So head to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use promo code READ to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. Do it now. Build something fancy. Tell them we sent you. Now let's get back to the show. Okay, folks, we're back. It's time for some letters.
Yes, send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. Our first letter comes from Kay, who says, last year, my best friend and I moved to Atlanta around the same time. We were getting closer than ever before, hanging out every day, going out on the weekends, and spending lots of time on the phone. They're in grad school and working full-time and getting pretty serious with their partner, whereas I'm working full-time, I'm single, and I'm just kind of floating in the wind. As they got busier with school and their partner and me with work, we naturally drifted apart and didn't see each other as much, which wouldn't be a problem if I hadn't continued to drift. For as long as we've known each other, I've always felt like the friend who never has anything going on in my life, whereas my best friend is getting these degrees, has a steady long-term relationship, and just all around seems like the ideal 20-something. So as the friend who has always bounced from job to job, dropped out of college twice, and has never dated anybody, I got a little jealous. No, I got a lot jealous. I took out my frustrations on them by constantly...
You could have just hit backspace and then wrote, I go a lot jealous. Like the drama.
Yep. Listen, I edit for grammar and continuity mostly, but when y'all decide to be extra, I leave it in there. So
yeah, it's fine. No, I love it.
I took out my frustrations on them by constantly trying to one-up, bragging about what I was doing at work when they were talking to me about their school stuff, going on dates just so I could have something to talk about other than their relationship, and only wanting to spend time with them if it was something I could pay for to show that I, too, can afford to buy nice things. And if I wasn't doing any of that, I resorted to straight up avoiding them. My friend called me out on all of this back in September, when they called me over for a very intense heart-to-heart and told me that my behavior had gotten so bad that they had been canceling plans with me because I make them uncomfortable. God. I felt horrible, and Viola Davis snot cried all the way home. And because what's worse is that this isn't even the first time they've had this conversation with me. They told me that they love and care about me and want our friendship to continue, but also ended our talk by saying, "This is the last time." And those words have been ringing in my head ever since. I told myself that since this is a problem I created, I should be able to fix it. But holy fuck, I do not know how to move past the damage I've done. I feel as though I'm overthinking things when the simple answer is just be a better friend. But I'm so afraid of hurting my friend again. I've talked to a therapist who I don't think really understands how I feel, other friends who tell me to just do better, and some who have told me to stop being friends with this person altogether, which I have honestly considered. I don't want to lose my friend, but at the same time, it feels like I'm walking on eggshells over the fear that at any moment, my old behavior is going to show up again whenever they just feel like talking about their life. I know this much remorse must mean that I really do regret my actions, but I just don't know how to heal what's been broken. Any advice, or should I just dip and let my friend have a healthier life without me bogging them down with my insecurities? Thanks. Love the show, Kay.
I feel like Kay took me on this weird vortex of like, here are the ways that I'm sort of selfish and unfair.
Yep.
But also, I'm super aware of it, and I'm like doing the things that I feel like I should do to try and be better, and I can't. So it's like, I don't want to fully read you. It's like, you're in therapy.
Because we're in therapy. Said that the therapist, you've talked to a therapist who doesn't really understand how I feel. So I'm not sure if they're still seeing this therapist, but...
Oh, okay, well, maybe.
But they tried.
But I mean, I don't know. What do you say when it's like, I know that this thing is something I need to do better on, but I'm struggling with feeling like I'm going to go revert to my old ways. Like, what do you do to clock yourself?
Well, I mean, I think Kay made a good start with reaching out to a therapist and talking to other friends about it. To try to get some awareness of the situation outside of yourself. There's no gender specified for Kay, so I'm just going to say they. But I would say if this therapist didn't feel like a match, reach out to another one, because you probably have some deeper issues that, you need some help working through. But I also wouldn't just automatically stop being friends with this person either, because it sounds like they have instituted a boundary with you. Like, they have told you, if you go back to this hate and shit that you do, we're not going to be friends no more. And like, y'all have been friends for 10 plus years. So I wouldn't worry about like cutting off the relationship right now, because it sounds like if you go back to your old ways, this person is gone, cut it off for you. So I would just focus on trying to be a better friend and not like, oh, should I stop now before I hurt you again? Like, this is a grown up and they have told you where the line is in the sand. So
I just don't understand why you are struggling this hard. Like, I don't want to be insensitive, but I don't understand why you're struggling this hard with not being a hater.
Well, that's why I said therapy, but, it's pretty common for people to feel, a little envious of somebody who they think has a better life or a more ideal life.
Here's the thing. You said some shit about like being the ideal 20-something or whatever your word was. And I laughed because I'm like, what the hell is the ideal 20? Like, nobody, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, as far as I know and am concerned, 20s are still about figuring out a whole bunch of shit, falling all over your face. And like, I feel like a lot of us end up having someone in our life that we assume is like super together and perfect or whatever, even in that age range. And a lot of times, A, we're wrong, and B, forgetting that people are fucking different.
Amen.
And so maybe you have your one shiny unicorn friend that's like, girl, I've had my shit together and all of my steps ordered since I came fresh out the box. So I don't know what it is that you got going. But like, that doesn't have anything to do with you. Like, you need to give yourself a break because you've been whooping your ass this whole damn letter.
Yeah, you did. You dragged yourself from the beginning.
And I think that you, like, I understand the pressure of feeling like you need to have it all together. I'm all understood. Trust me, I do. I'm in my mid-30s, still working on it. So, like, slow down, give yourself a break, and stop comparing somebody else's journey, trajectory, whatever alongside yours. It's not your business. It doesn't mean that you don't have happiness and joy in your own journey. Mm-hmm. It's just yours. It's not meant to look like somebody else. It's not meant to mirror somebody else's. It's not joyless just because it doesn't look like somebody else's version of quote unquote joy. So once you start, maybe, again, I'm not your therapist, but hopefully you can start to like make peace with the fact that it's completely okay and understandable for you to still be figuring things out, to not have the perfect relationship, perfect job, perfect grades, perfect whatever the fuck. And even if you feel like someone around you does, like, be happy for them, or at the very least, just like cheer them on, pat them on the back, encourage them. Like, it's not going to have any bearing over you. And if you really, really feel like you can't do that, then yeah, I think you should just go ahead and not be friends with this person anymore. Find some miserable company.
Well, I think journaling about this could help. When you feel these negative feelings coming up, just taking pen to paper and being like, I feel like such a raging bitch right now. This bitch just got engaged and I am sick with jealousy. Like, just wherever your brain goes, first just let it out. And you have to play the Moesha music. Pull it up on YouTube first to set the mood. Yeah. And then you do it. But that can really help. Just letting whatever is in your brain out on the paper and doing that kind of processing. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Kay had somebody in their family or somebody influential who had held up, you know, like, oh, go to finish high school, go to college, go to grad school, get married, have babies as like the perfect ideal life. And so, I mean, and that's a societal ideal too. Like, it's very much in American society anyway. It's very much like, do this and do it in this order, you know, like blah, 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 like ticking off the boxes. And I think that's why we get a lot of letters from 20-somethings who are like, I just don't know what to do. I'm a failure and a flop at life. And it's like, you are just now getting started. You're just now, like, y'all are not babies. No, you're not babies, but you are very young adults and you are supposed to be figuring it out. So regardless of how old you are, like I said, I think therapy, journaling are great ideas, but just working through whatever's at the root of that. Kid Fury gave you a lot of great advice. And yeah, go with that. I hope you get to keep your friend. It sounds like they have been very loving and very patient with you. So yeah,
very patient.
I hope you get to keep that friend, Kay. Let us know what you decide to do and how it goes. Our next letter comes from Trina, who says, I just need to know if it's my place to say something to my best friend about the whole shit she has been doing. We've been friends for 10 years and we're both 29. I'm single and she's been married for 5 years. Her husband cheated on her a few years ago, and rather than divorcing his ass like I would have, she just hasn't stopped cheating on him back. She fucks whoever she wants. She goes on trips with other men, and she has even given her husband an STI from one of her conquests.
Oh, no.
I am not a stuffy Kojic woman, but I do truly value marriage, and I believe in commitments made before the Lord.
Hell, you lost me.
She continues to brag to me about all the cheating she does and defends it by saying that he deserves it, but I just don't understand how she can be proud of this. I don't say much when she brings up her side boyfriends because I am her only safe space, but damn, I am so tired of hearing stories and details of her cheating escapades. Please tell me what you would do if you were in my shoes. Would you mind your single ass business or tell her how you don't condone this shit and don't want to hear it anymore? Please help. Been listening to y'all since 2017. Love the show. Thanks, Trina. Well, thank you, Trina, for listening.
Yeah.
Being loyal. This is... I think, Trina, we have like a moral divide here that's going to cause me to not be able to side with you because
I mean,
I'm not the one who made the commitment in front of the Lord. So other people's marriages, unless it's like abuse or something going on, I really don't get that invested. And I mean, he does deserve it. So if she wants to cheat on her husband and she gave him an STI, that says to me that like he got this STI and didn't ask her any questions about it, like didn't confront her about it, which leads me to think that he's also still cheating and was just like, oh damn, I picked this up.
Oh, that's without question.
Like that. Like
they're cheating on one another.
Right. That's what I'm thinking, right? Like they're just cheating on each other. So you are bothered by this because, you value marriage. I don't particularly value it. And you believe in commitments made before the Lord. I understand the sanctity of that. I'm just not super tapped in. So I would just let her talk to me about the whole shit she's been doing. I would not be bothered by this. So sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I too don't have a huge issue with what your friend is doing. For the reasons that Crystal also gave. The STI thing is pretty wild.
It is.
But it feels as though you are particularly affected by this because of your views on marriage and the sanctity of it. It's just a whole separate thing. So while I would fully be cackling and letting my friend fly free with those lips.
Oh yeah. Sure would.
I also feel like you don't need to be a slave to no conversation or rhetoric that you don't want to hear no damn. So I think it's, fully up to you to be like, what you want to do with your sex life is up to you, sis, but I'm no longer interested. However you'd like to read it. I just don't want to talk about this no more. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't know what to say. Whatever it is that you want to say, I don't think there's anything wrong with being like, girl, I don't care about this. I don't want to hear about this shit.
Oh, no.
But it feels like what you want to be is like, have some dignity, darling. Darling.
Yeah.
I don't know. And like, I don't have a card for you in that regard.
Yeah. No, not if that's how you feel. Because I don't think that's your place. But Trina did say, I feel like I'm her only, I don't say nothing because I'm her only safe space for venting, but you don't have to be that. You, like Fury said, if you don't want to hear this shit, if it like genuinely offends you to think of a woman cheating on her husband and you're tired of it, then you can just tell her that. Like, you don't have to be that space for her. You don't have to hurt yourself for her benefit. So if that's how you really feel, then I would just say, like, girl, literally, I don't want to hear this shit no more. But as for me, I would be like, bitch, the wine is chilled. Come on over. I want to hear about where you've been and what you did. So, yeah. You tell her. I think you should go ahead and tell her how you feel about it. I don't think we're going to change your mind about like your feelings about her cheating. So I'm going to say you just go ahead and say something and report back to us how it went. Okay. And our last letter comes from Lonely Ass Bitch, who says,
girl.
She said to call herself that. She literally gave herself that name. So I am a single 27-year-old woman living in LA, and I'm at the end of my rope when it comes to dating. I've never been in any type of relationship, and I've never been sexual with anybody beyond making out. I do enjoy being on my own and having my own space. But while I don't want any type of serious relationship anytime soon, I've been struggling in the casual dating scene. It's becoming very frustrating because I hate being treated like a booty call, and most of these dudes out here want to come into my space when I don't even know their favorite color or their middle name or them. And everybody knows there are some fucking weirdos out here. I'm doing great in terms of my career. I have amazing friends. I used to struggle with self-confidence about my looks, but I've grown out of that. And now I'm feeling like it's my personality that must be ugly. My friends try to help, but I feel like they're getting tired of me whining about being single, and they keep telling me it will happen when I least expect it. I know that both of you are super busy and enjoying your single time, but have you ever struggled with self-confidence in terms of your personality? Do you ever feel like your standards are sabotaging your chances of enjoying casual dating or finding a partner? How do you deal with the soul-sucking, lonely-ass moments?
Oh, God.
Because you're doing great in one part of your life, but romance is not there. I would love to hear both of your insight on this. Love you and thank you. Sincerely, lonely-ass bitch.
What do you got?
Well, I'm just gonna go to your questions. I'm not gonna try to dissect everything you gave us here. But so number one, have you ever struggled with self-confidence in terms of your personality? I can't say that I have. Maybe because I've mostly dated women, but that's never been a thing that I've had to think about. However, I do have straight girlfriends who are starting to ask themselves, like, is this something about me that only attracts niggas who just want pussy and don't want to hang around? And to that, I would say no. Niggas just want pussy. Like,
yep.
I think, especially at 27, I'm not shocked that most of the men are just trying to fuck around and not really trying to build nothing. I'm not surprised that at 40. So I don't think I would immediately jump to blaming my personality, but I do think that my standards are keeping me from enjoying a casual dating life. I do think that. Yeah, because I don't know. This is going to sound weird, but it's hard to date when so many dykes know who you are.
No, that's not weird.
It's just so strange. So it's like a different reason, but then obviously whatever she's talking about, but
it's not super relatable. But
yeah, okay, thank you. That's the word. It may not be super relatable to everybody, but it's just very weird to go out on a date with somebody who already knows so much about you and like is a fan, or it's just things like you just worry about, like, oh my God, is this person like taking pictures of me and text them to their friends? Like, are they tweeting about this and I don't know about it? It's a mind fuck for me. And it keeps me in this place where I want to be more of a casual dater. And instead I end up like meeting somebody and talking to them for like 4 or 5 months before I decide to be in a relationship with them. It's not the dating life that I want to have, but it's the dating life that I feel like I'm kind of like boxed into.
Right. I don't know if it's like standards or whatever. I just don't think I have game. I think I'm shy and I'm quiet, and I also don't know how to read people or whether or not they're paying attention or likes me. To this day, a lot of times if a nigga makes a pass at me or like, you know, slides in my DMs or whatever, I'm like, who? Me? What? Like, I don't. So
come on, sir.
I'm dead ass. So,
beautiful.
Yeah, I don't think it's like this. I'm waiting for this. I don't know. I'm just like, I'd literally be in here like reading books and playing video games and catching up on seasons of TV shows that came out like 2 years ago that y'all been stop talking about. So where's the dating time?
Yeah. So I'm trying. It doesn't sound like you really do you feel like you experience a lot of loneliness then? Or do you have niggas you text when you feel like being bothered?
No, not really. But also I don't feel like, oh, I'm lonely. I want like a man. I have a very excitable and high maintenance pet that keeps it quite busy.
Oh yes.
And also gives me cuddles. So that's nice. But yeah, like, child, I'm busy and working and trying to like, um, experience new things and level up creatively. So like, wherever a nigga can fit into that,
right.
I'm gonna have to figure it out. But like, no, not really. But I do think it's a natural feeling to have.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that you kind of hit the nail on the head already when it's just like you can't really associate some of that stuff with your personality or your value or how much somebody,
right,
how much you're like worth hanging around or kicking it with outside of sex or whatever. It's just really hard to have bad dates or weird dates or not really many dates at all and not start to attribute it to you. But like everyone is permitted to be in love. I think everyone, no matter what your circumstances are, has people, not just one person, just a soulmate. I don't really believe in that. But there are people out there that will love you for exactly who you are, how you are. But there's a lot of people out there. So like finding them is not just as easy as swiping right or left or whatever direction you're supposed to swipe.
Yeah.
Or, you know, sliding into a DM or going to whatever party. Like, it's a lot of duds out here.
Yeah.
So you gotta like let them be duds without thinking that you're a dud.
I will say, if you're meeting niggas on like Tinder, that's probably the worst place to try to find a relationship. I know it happens, but I just feel like any of the dating apps where they basically just show you the person's picture and be like, yes or no. They're not really inviting you. Like, it's not like you see their profile first and you browse. It's like literally, here's the picture. You want to fuck or not? So maybe leave those type of apps.
Going down to the bar and seeing somebody fine and being like, or seeing anybody period and being like, yes or no.
Yeah, no, that's true. I just feel like on certain apps that are like, there are dating apps that are like, learn about this person. And then there are those like Tinder. So I just feel like there's more of I feel like niggas who are looking to build a relationship, probably not on Tinder. So, but regardless, I will say I do experience loneliness at times, which is strange for me because I just never thought I would. But yeah, it's natural to kind of wish that somebody else was around to share it all with. But between therapy, work, and school, and like trying to get myself together, I really don't have too much time to dwell on it. But I do know what it's like. I wouldn't call it soul-sucking lonely moment. It's not quite that bad. Might want to talk to somebody about that. But otherwise, yeah, it's just one thing I've learned in therapy is that when bad feelings come up, you just have to let yourself feel them. And, you know, sometimes I'm lonely and I'll just be like, oh, that's what this feeling is. I'm lonely. And so like I'll call a friend or I'll check Instagram, not really a great solution, or, you know, go outside, just be around other people, play a video game, whatever, you know, like it's just, for me, it's like managing loneliness is just a part of managing any other feeling, you know, we experience in our lives. It's just part of it. But good luck out here. It is hard at every age. And yeah, I hope you found what you're looking for. If you have a question for us, send it on over to ask the read Jesus at gmail.com. We're going to take another quick break and be right back. All right. When it comes to therapy and psychiatry, getting the help you need has never been more simple than it is with Talkspace. When you're able to access your provider from the comfort of your device, it means mental health care can be on your schedule. Plus, alleviating the wait times to get an appointment or the travel time to an office can free up your time. Talkspace is so convenient and accessible. It helps you feel supported around the clock. They let you send messages to your dedicated therapist in the Talkspace platform, which allows you to update them on the issues you're facing in real time. Therapy with Talkspace can help you shift your perspective and be a guiding light. Plus, Talkspace has thousands of licensed therapists with years of experience in over 40 specialties, including depression, substance abuse, relationship issues, and more. As a listener of The Read, you get $100 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/read. So to match with a licensed therapist today, Head on over to Talkspace.com/READ to get $100 off your first month and let them know we sent you. Again, that's Talkspace.com/READ. Let's move on.
Are you a boss bee looking for some employees to work for you and help grow your ever-expanding empire? Maybe you need to hire someone that wears many hats. This can be challenging. Maybe you have a simple position to fill, but it's just taking too darn long to find someone who's the right fit for your amazing company, okay? Whether you need to hire a civil engineer in New York, an attorney in Colorado, a mascot in Missouri, an assistant in Tuscaloosa. ZipRecruiter can help you find qualified candidates fast. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/theread. Okay. Whether it is a zoologist or an accountant, maybe a barista, everything in between. ZipRecruiter's matching technology finds people with the right experience for your job and presents them right to you. Then you can invite your top choices to apply for the job and everybody's happy. ZipRecruiter is so effective that 4 out of 5 employers post on ZipRecruiter to get a quality candidate within the first day because nobody has time to waste. So try it out now for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/theread. Once again, that is ZipRecruiter.com/THEREAD. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Let's get back to the show. Okay, divas, we're back. It's time for the read. What do you got?
Well, I have a couple of things. First, I wanted to remember when I cussed TMZ out just a few weeks ago?
Yep.
You remember that? And remember how I said TMZ really needs to do better and they don't have to be the absolute shit-sucking, soulless vortex of hate that they are, that they don't have to be that way. And they just, they're continuing with the bullshit because, of course, after Takeoff, like we talked about earlier, was killed in Houston, TMZ decided to post photos of his dead body on their website as they updated the story in real time. And I was mad enough that I saw the video, period. Like, I already feel like it's something extremely wrong with you niggas who post shit. Like, I'm simply not like you niggas. I don't get that. Like, that's depraved to me. But for a fucking massive media outlet to do some shit like that, like, this is not a human being. No, I'm not surprised. Yes, this is exactly up TMZ's alley, but this is the shit I be talking about with TMZ. A dead, but I'm sorry, do you think we don't understand that the man is dead without these fucking pictures? Like, this is such a violation.
Yep.
How can you, I don't understand how you can do some shit like this. I don't understand how you are the type of person who feels like this is an okay thing to do.
Bad enough it happened. Bad enough on top of that, that people that he loved, include people that love him, including family, were present there when it happened to see it.
Like,
but more of his loved ones and family have access to the internet and I'm sorry.
It's such utter disrespect. Not even like, I get that TMZ don't really give a shit about celebrities, but like,
of course not.
Of course not. But I really feel like y'all didn't think twice because it was a black man on top of that. If Taylor Swift had been gunned down at a mall or something, y'all might have done it because you're TMZ. And like I said, absolutely soulless. Like 100% working for Satan over there. But god damn, man. Like, it's not bad enough. He's 28 years old. It is a fucking tragedy as it is. I feel like I just said this. I just did this 2 or 3 weeks ago. A whole list of fucking violations. And here y'all go yet a fucking again. At what point is TMZ going to be held accountable for the fuck shit that they put into this world? Who is in charge? What can be done? And E! News, did you see what them niggas did?
Nope.
Posted a tweet about Takeoff dying. Guess whose photo was in the tweet, though? That's right. That's right. Not Takeoff. Not Takeoff. Actually, Offset.
Wow. Good job, guys.
I know they're all young black men, but we don't all literally look alike. And again, you are supposed to be a reputable news outlet. Somewhat reputable celebrity news, yes, but at least somebody running it through a fucking fact checker. Who the fuck is working over there? How did you as a white publication not say, let us quadruple check this tweet before we send it out? This is my problem with white media. Not only do y'all fuck up, y'all don't learn from other outlets and their fuck ups either. This is not the first time some shit like this has happened. Y'all just continue to do it because you don't give one single solitary fuck about black people. And when it come right down to it, can't nobody make you care. This is beyond sloppy. It's egregious. We are different human beings. It's already a tragic story. Post the right goddamn picture. This isn't difficult. Journalism is supposed to be your job. This is something you're supposed to know how to do. This is basics. We're not asking you to go above and fucking beyond. Post the right photo of the person who died in the tweet about their death. Baby, that is JMC 1103. Come the fuck on. Just fucking sloppy and stupid. I'm disgusted. It was bad enough. It was bad enough. The social media discourse about it was bad enough. And y'all just made it so much worse. Get it fucking right. That's all I had to say about those two things. I'm also going to pass a read this week. Pass the read like we used to. This comes from Jay, who lives in Great Britain. So I'll be warming up my accent. And
you really don't have to.
And okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try my best. Jay says, this one goes out to the old crow working on, I'm fighting it. Working on the front desk at the film festival that my film is debuting at. Your fucking entitled Caucasian waste of skin has really cast a dark cloud over this experience for me. Not only have I spent 700 pounds coming to a part of England I would never fucking travel to out of choice, but people have been rude to me from the moment I stepped on the train at London and made the dreaded trek out of the only saving grace segment of this fascist little island. When I got to your desk, I let the girl in front of me go first because you hadn't realized she was standing there. Then, after seeing her show you her phone, and in the essence of time, I said, do you need me to pull up an email confirmation or am I able to just give you my name? You then craned your liver-spotted neck to look at me and patronizingly puffed, we say hello here. We? Bitch, what in the segregation of church and state are you fucking implying? I know with that Americanized accent that came out your mouth, you are not from this fucking town, so who the fuck is we referring to? You then tell me that you're the one who approved my festival ticket as if I should be grateful to you for pushing a button in the damn system. My fucking film is screening here, bitch, so I get an automatic ticket, you dumpy looking dummy. See?
Shit.
That I should have said that you dumpy looking. Okay, never mind. You were right.
Yeah.
You were right.
Yeah.
Okay, you were right.
I was. Mm-hmm.
I am so tired of white people patronizing me and telling me off as if I'm a child and always making me work my way back up from their automatic assumptions of disrespect. Who the fuck do you think you are, bitch? You even making me mad at me that I forgot where the fuck I was and forgot to play by your fucking rules, which had me plastering a smile across my face and shrinking myself to be the smallest thing in the room instead of the 6-foot black dyke that I am. Get fucked. We are stuck in here like a pack of sardines. This exchange did not warrant a hello. It may have been nice, but I am not out of pocket for noticing that the girl in front of me showed you her phone and asking you if I need to do the same. We say hello. You know what we say where I'm from? Chat shit, get banged.
Work, bitch.
In the grand tradition of Pass the Read, I hope every car on your way home races through the puddles and drenches you from head to toe. I hope the next time you get your nails done, they cut your cuticles too short and paint on the wrong polish. And I hope this shitty government backfires on your white bitch ass and rejects your visa application. Go choke on a dick. Sincerely, Jay.
Work, Jay.
Jay, thank you so much for sending that on over to us. It was a joy to get in the inbox and a joy to read aloud. I only wish I had been able to, really warm up my accent in advance, but maybe later, maybe another time. If you have a read that you would like to pass, you can send that to passtheread@gmail.com. But yeah, other than that, I'm done. What about you?
Okay, I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible.
Okay.
I was going to talk about the TMZ and the Takeoff photographs as well as the rest of you niggas in that video. I think you did that quite well, so going to move along. I just wanted to really quickly chuckle at Elon Musk and this talk of charging niggas for a blue check mark on Twitter. Have you heard about this?
Oh, I have. Yes, I have.
Now, don't get me fucked up. I don't care because the last thing I'm going to do is pay a subscription fee for a blue check mark.
Say that again.
When I tell you it's never going to happen, I don't give a fuck what Twitter ends up looking like. You girlies could do whatever. Bitch, I'm never doing that. I had to laugh. But what made me laugh even more was the notion that he made in a tweet defending this plan where he said, "Power to the people."
What?
When discussing giving this blue check mark privilege and whatever comes along with it to anyone who's willing to cough $8 a month, $20 a month. I don't even think they know.
Whatever dollar amount, yeah.
Rather than just, I don't know, industry people, artists, athletes, whatever, people who are of a certain level of visibility and likely have multiple pages. Power to the people. It's really interesting to me that you would try to use a sentiment like that is often used as a way of fighting and empowering folks to have life and equal rights to the life.
Please say it.
The lives that they're living, as opposed to social media features. Real weird. Furthermore, the power is not in the people's hands. The power is right there directly back in yours. Power's in capitalism. The fact that you don't see that this is wide open, like, I know you want to be Lex Luthor, but you're doing a poor job, like a piss poor job. Because he was at least like really cunning and manipulative.
Smart.
Specifically with the way that he communicated with the public. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in your public relations department, but the girls need to get reset. This isn't the tea.
Baby.
Power to the people. Sweetie, the power would be in the people if everybody had this feature for nothing. Like,
right.
The power is literally back in the hands of whoever the fuck it is that's getting paid. Shut up.
That phrase with going alongside of selling something to somebody is just like, do you?
It doesn't
know what you're saying?
Literally.
Do you know that nigga paid $44 billion for Twitter?
That's why people business.
The craziest shit I've ever heard. I too will not be paying for no damn verification.
Keep it, sis. Have at it.
Absolutely
Y'all have a blast.
Absolutely not. Absolute. Girl, Twitter is already hellish. You want me to pay for an app that within an hour, anytime I'm on it, I'm going to be annoyed? No, thank you. I'm literally
you
not.
got me chopped.
I'm absolutely not. Bitch, imagine paying for the experience of being on Twitter.com. Girl, I wish the fuck I would.
You can suck my ass.
Ain't no way. I didn't ask Twitter for that verification. It was very nice that they gave it to me, but I didn't seek it out and I won't be paying to keep it.
Yeah.
Under no circumstances.
Y'all have a blast. Everybody have fun. I don't. I barely get on now. Like, so subscribe. Like, I couldn't laugh harder. Next, Black Panther's MCU sequel, Wakanda Forever, is just a few days away. I'm thrilled.
Oh God.
The LA premiere was last week. Nothing has been spoiled for me yet. I pray that stays that way because I will not be seeing it until November 12th when I purchased my tickets. But I've heard good things so far. Spoiler-free things. Now, one of the things that we do know is that Wakanda Forever introduces a new character to the MCU, a character that has existed in Marvel Comics damn near as long as Marvel Comics has been around. That character is basically, for all intents and purposes, speaking to you, it's Marvel's Aquaman. He is a fish man. He lives he's the king of the ocean.
Okay.
I've always found him to be more attractive. If you find cartoons attractive?
Sexy? You might.
Whatever.
There's a niche.
So yes, in this sequel, we finally get some Namor, as a couple of people assumed would be the case, either due to reading the comics or due to a line from, I want to say, Avengers Endgame. Where Okoye was talking about, I think she was talking about like shockwaves in the sea or something happening in the ocean. Did you watch Endgame?
Yes, but I only remember the Black Panther parts. So I kind of watched it. I was there.
It's not the point. The point is he's in the movie and there's a clip that came out. Okay. No, he wasn't in it, but he was sort of teased in Endgame.
Got you. Okay, copy.
And so a clip came out from the film with Namor in it. And towards the end of this clip, he says his name because Angela Bassett's character asks him who he is. And he says that my enemies call me Namor. Namor.
That's kind of sexy.
Right? And so you dumbass, booger-eating, fucking lame-ass nerds have started some debate about the pronunciation of this name.
What?
And how they're not saying it right, and whoop-de-woosh-de-doo-de-dee, and all this other fuckery. So much so that someone, I can't remember who over at Marvel involved in this, explained a bit why the name is pronounced different ways in the film. Now, Namor in the film, I believe in the comics, he's like the king of Atlantis, much like Aquaman. In the films, his kingdom is more inspired by, I think, like Aztec and or Mayan history. And the actor who plays him, I believe, is also Mexican. So it's like more rich in that type of culture and design, which I think is going to pay off really well for them.
Yeah.
But they made it clear. First of all, I think it would be weird for that character to then be like, my enemies call me Namor. Like, it would be... But either way, the nail that they're trying to hit on the head here is that different people from different walks of life, cultures, regions, backgrounds, experiences pronounce different words and names, all kinds of
And
ways.
we all know that.
The way that you say Marvel, the way that some people say Thanos.
The way the Captain Marvel movie said Marvel. The way some people
just because
say
there's a character named Marvel whose name is literally spelled M-A-R.
So then I wasn't wrong.
V-E-L-L. No, yeah, you're wrong. Because Marvel Comics is spelled and pronounced like the word Marvel. Captain Marvel's name is spelled and pronounced Marvel. I'm not even going to do this with you because it's not the point. You're not the read. I've already read you in this.
Some people say Jesus and some people say Jesus.
No. Now, here's the thing.
They do.
What they're going for here is realism. In that different people would say this motherfucker's name differently. The same way some people say Gojira, some people say Godzilla. I don't know. But like, bitch, no, you did not.
I'm being persecuted. I'm being unfairly discriminated against. This is lesbophobia.
Y'all motherfuckers are so weird and you bitch and moan and complain about everything. And I saw somebody was like, oh, it's just so self-congratulatory to do something like that. Like, how the fuck is it self-congratulatory? Nobody even said anything about it until y'all motherfuckers were bitching about it when you watch this goddamn clip. You weird bitch. Like, y'all complain about anything that isn't Anglo-Saxon, and I'm tired. Like, the world been spinning too long at this point for y'all to still be getting up in arms and complaining about weird shit like this, and there being black giants and whatever in video games. Giants aren't real. Hades and Hercules and mermaids and vampiresses and werewolfeses, and none of these bitches exist. None of them do. And guess what? If they did, they'd likely be black, white, yellow, green, polka dot, and whoever the fuck else. So sit down and shut the fuck up. Okay. Lastly,
I just want to say before you move on, I thought you were going to talk about Jason Lee when you said Black Panther.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not interested. Now, I was talking about a show on last week's read titled Game of Thrones House of the Dragon. House of Dragons? House of the Dragon. I just call it Game of Thrones.
Whatever, sure.
Now, someone informed me, and I appreciate them for this, that I had forgotten to mention one crucial thorn in my ass from that first season. And this bitch goes by the name of Sir Criston Cole. Let me tell you about this fucking crooked ass, sideways, hating ass, bitch made ass nigga named Criston.
Okay.
So boom, you ain't nobody, right? You ain't nobody, but you did a little bit of fighting and some shit like that. You've been and ran in some wars. Like, you come from basically nothing, but you got hair like Uncle Jesse from Full House, so the girlies pay attention to you. So, like, you can fight, you know how to use a sword, right. So, you win, like, a competition or whatever, and the princess, Rhaenyra, she's like, oh, who's he? He's spicy. And then, like, she gave you, like, a flower, and you were like, oh, hey, whatever is she? And so, like, that's how y'all get to know each other. And then, like, you become heir because you the princess, you lit, you got white hair, like, your fashions are everything. You're still giving, like, androgynous, a little bit of, like, armor here and there because you fly dragons and you're, like, all about it. Mind you, this is still the era in your life where you are out in the meadow, laying in your best friend's lap while she, you know, plays the harp and, like, you know, sings Vitamin C or whatever. Like, you know, like, y'all are literally just out there reading poetry and talking about living off the fat of the land and riding on dragonback. Then you become heir and you're like, all right, whatever. Like, this is usually not my tea, but I can do things differently and, like, make a change or whatever. Like, that's what's up. So you see this nigga who ain't nobody. His name's Kristen. He wins a thing. And then you're supposed to be looking for like a Kingsguard, like a bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's going to hold you down, wear the white cloak that the knights wear and everything, and basically make sure don't nobody fuck with you. So you see this nigga again who like doesn't come for nothing or whatever. He's not like all the shiny motherfucking quote unquote fighters that basically just belong to a house and are just living off of like clout.
Mm-hmm.
He like really been in some shit.
Okay.
And like seen some shit. And you respect that because like that's real nigga shit. So you're like, all right, you know what? I pick him even though he broke and don't nobody know who he is. His hair is sickening and shiny and he's fought for real. And doesn't have a scratch on him, right? So boom, that's what I want. So you like, what's up? And like you get into mischief, being bad and young or whatever. He's like protecting you and being your ride or die and all that shit. And that's what's up. So then your daddy start fucking your best friend. Everything is wild and crazy and going downhill. Nothing makes any motherfucking sense right now. Shit is crazy. Like y'all not tight like you used to be in your homegirl. And so for whatever reason, your freak, weird, incestuous, nasty, murderous, homicidal, sociopathic, psychopathic uncle is like, hey, let's go to the hoe house. I'm gonna show you what King's Landing is really giving outside of, you know, the palace walls.
Okay.
So we go down to the hoe house. You know, nobody washes. No one is clean. Like we're walking past grimy thighs just to get to the door of the slut shop. Do you hear me?
No. I wish I didn't.
And so we get in. It's just orgies everywhere. Everyone's getting butt naked. It has to smell like brie. Like there is no way that it is not giving charcuterie board in this building.
Please.
But that's neither here nor there. So I'm walking around and this is like my introduction to fucking, and it's just like scandalous and hot and just looks like super like, you know, tantalizing, and it's really about to ruin my life. So like, you know, nobody in this realm or in this time has any sort of sense. You know, brothers be fucking sisters. You know, daddies be fucking daughters and all kinds of wild shit like that. And in this case, nieces want to fuck uncles. So your uncle takes you to some place and whatever, and y'all start making out, and it's given like we are about to.
I cannot with this here.
And it's giving, you know, like, oh, I get what horny means. Who better to introduce, you know, my hymen to a dickhead than my own uncle?
So many people.
Thankfully, for the sake of the viewer, the uncle is like, nah, I can't fuck you, probably because you're still 14, not because you're my niece. But going home, you're welcome. Now you know what pussy tingling feels like or whatever. So you go home and who's there? Your Kingsguard, your nigga with the shiny Uncle Jesse hair, right?
Okay.
And you're like, you know what? I'm getting me some dick tonight. And I can because I'm literally the heir to the Iron Throne. Like, what are you gonna tell me? I can't fuck? Get out of here. So what you're going to do is take off your armor. You're gonna give me some dick. I'm gonna go to bed. So that's what happens. Okay. Shouldn't have. Weird. Gross. You too grown. You too tall. And you have taken an oath as a part of the Kingsguard of the whatever the fuck the niggas are called, to keep your dick to yourself. You must be chaste. No fucking.
Wow.
No fucking. And no marriage for you, sir. You knew that before you fucked the person you were supposed to just be protecting, who is also of royal blood and never gonna claim you. But anyway, you did that right. So my daddy's like, you know what? At the end of the day, this is always about succession, even though that's a whole other HBO show. And this has always been about, you know, us making sure that the white hair Targaryen bitches and all of that stuff stays lit. So what you're going to do is you're going to marry your cousin who's half white and gay. Because he also got white hair and he's, you know, whatever, will keep the Valerian blood and the Targaryen blood and all this other stuff and dragon. And everybody's going to respect us because we all ride dragons. And bitch, what are you going to say? Our hair is white. We got dragons. We're rich, bitch, piss. So like, you're like, you know what? Whatever. At the end of the day, like, I can make a difference. I can do what I want to do. Like, it is what it is, blah, blah, blah. This nigga Kristen is like, oh, so what? You not going to run away with me? Oh, so what?
With a broke nigga?
You not gonna like escape the bounds of monarchy and I guess jump on one of your dragons and go and start a life together out in wherever the bumblefuck?
Of course not. Why would I do that?
I broke my oath for you. This is all I had to my name. I'm pissed. Now this nigga is mad because you don't want to, like, bitch, what did you think I was going to happen? First of all, I never told you that I was even into you like that. I ain't say nothing to you. Okay, I told you to drop them draws and do what you know to do.
Right.
And that's what the fuck you did. The fact that you thought that I was going to give up a whole entire kingdom, my literal birthright, and everything that I had to, because what?
Because of dick? Yo dick?
You gave me my first I haven't even tried any others. You got the game fucked up. And now you mad at me?
Oh no.
Because I chose what I had for me anyway, and I chose power and opportunity to make a change over, I don't know, raising billy goats and babies with you out on a farm somewhere. Are you dizzy, bitch?
He expected a 14-year-old girl to give up the throne and run away with his extra regular ass self.
Then he got mad because the gay boy, right, my new like gay cousin husband, has like a piece, like his white twink. Oh, yeah. That he like plays tennis with or whatever. And like the twink shaded him because of course he did, like white gay, like bold. And so you gonna kill this man at the wedding. Because you were that in your feelings, literally beat him to death because he called you out and told you about yourself and was like, it was never going to be you, sis. Don't know what you thought. You got that upset that you like fucked your shit up. You should have fell down on your blade like you initially intended to. But who came across? Who came to pick you up? Who came to rebuild you and try to put a battery in your back? Nasty ass, raggedy ass, fucking trifling, treacherous ass Allison. The same one I dragged last week who fucked my daddy.
Yes. The best friend who fucked the daddy.
Who was supposed to be my motherfucking best friend.
Yes.
Because your weak bitch ass came around here and told her you snitched on me, you snitched on my uncle, and you snitched on yourself. Because rumor had it that I was out there in the streets fucking on my uncle, and I didn't. Because I didn't fuck my uncle because he wouldn't let me fuck him, and I fucked you instead. And you could have just kept your motherfucking mouth closed, but you had to tell on yourself to the same bitch that I'm beefing with right now. So now it's definitely up. Now she's kept you from killing yourself and put a bat in your back and told you that you're worth something. And now you're like claiming loyalty to the op? Like, really? You're that mad? You're that mad that I did not take my dragons and my money and my sickening wigs to go wherever the fuck into some cottage and raise your fat babies? Bitch, you got me fucked up. You got me fully fucked up. Now you out here bullying my motherfucking illegitimate children, putting batteries in my ex-best friend's kids' back to have them be running out here being violent, killing people left and goddamn right in the name of your motherfucking queen, and trying to catch yourself like beefing with me. And like, you are that mad. First of all, clearly my pussy is A1. I didn't even know. I just figured out how to use it. And it whipped you up that motherfucking badly. That's that. So you weak for that. You pussy for killing that gay boy for telling you the truth that you didn't want to motherfucking hear. You pussy for killing that old ass white man, for clocking y'all, for being A, wrong, B, loud, and C, full of nerves. Okay, and now you walking around here with your goddamn armor and your new name and all this other shit, thinking that you're high and motherfucking mighty. Well, joke's on you, bitch. I know how your motherfucking story goes, and I'm waiting to see it. You're worthless. You ain't shit. You been pussy with from the get-go, ho. You ain't never been nothing. You ain't come from nothing, bitch. And all you ever had to you was the cloak on your motherfucking back. And you couldn't even keep that because you wanted to fuck a child. You worthless, loser ass, lame ass, motherfucking punk. Fuck you. You're like, and the clique you claim.
I thought you meant he killed the the biracial cousin husband. I'm like, that's bold.
No, actually,
he killed the white gay
wife. The princess that I'm defending right here set him up to be killed. So she ain't shit either.
Damn. Okay.
But
damn,
he didn't get killed. Instead, he hopped in a boat with his lover of that time and was like, you know what? They can have all this shit. He cut his white dreads off, so he just looked like a random light-skinned nigga, which is probably worse, to be honest with you, because then you're just black. You're not like a rich
you're not
black
a Targaryen black, right?
But he hopped in his little canoe, honey, and
said,
got to paddling, and I doubt I'll see him ever again. He probably at the Abbey right now.
He took a good look around at all the shit going on in that kingdom and said, you know what? I would rather just hack it out here as a regular black homosexual nigga.
He's a Folsom.
And I'll figure it out later. I can't deal with this shit here. Wow. I see why y'all are obsessed. These are great storylines. This is an incredible amount of information.
It's great and it's scandalous in the same ways that Game of Thrones always is.
Yeah.
I need to really read all the books.
Wow. I mean, good luck. I tried to read that first one and said, you nerds can have it. Oh my God. It was like the first 50 pages was just describing the landscape and shit. I said, get me out of here. I can't.
It is so nervy.
It's tedious.
And I need to see the look on Allison's face if and when she learns how wrong she is about that man's last one. Because she gonna come in here and feel all emboldened like, well, my son is really the rightful heir to the motherfucking king because my husband told me 3.7 seconds before he died that he wanted for my son to be the rightful heir or whatever, which he never motherfucking white ass did, bitch, because what he said was Agon, which that's the problem now. You motherfuckers be naming all your goddamn kids after they granddaddy and then his granddaddy before him and then whatever the fuck else. All of these motherfucking Targaryens got 3 names apiece.
Yep.
How the fuck you know that he was talking about your son, weirdo? He wasn't.
It's probably
he wasn't. You that thirsty. You that literally. He wasn't talking about you. He didn't even know you were in the room. He thought he was talking to his daughter. Stupid.
Not that she would have cared anyway.
He was high. He had one goddamn eye. He was rotting.
Oh.
He was literally rotting from the inside out and had about 3 seconds left of air. And you talking about where my husband laid out the whole plan.
Girl, this is why we have wills. And witnesses.
You mean to tell me he stared everybody in their motherfucking face and told them to suck his dick? His daughter's gonna be the queen no matter what the fuck. And that motherfucker lived that whole long ass life to the point where he literally looked like the worm from that episode, that chocolate episode of SpongeBob in the wheelchair. He literally was rotting. Even though for a white man, he was probably like 40. But that's not the point.
Oh my God.
He waited to tell just you.
When nobody
with
else
his one eye and half a mouth.
Girl.
That he changed his mind. Dizzy ass. I want you chopped, your daddy chopped, your son chopped.
That's enough.
I'm done.
This show is fucking crazy. I'm sorry. No. Maybe he was a virgin too. The King's Night Guard nigga. Maybe he was also a virgin. And that was his first taste of pussy. And maybe that's why he reacted so weirdly. Otherwise, I don't.
You thought.
Yeah, no. All of my money,
your employer,
my things.
The richest, most powerful heir.
Oh, men are
in the
so
7,
stupid.
not the 6, not the 5, 7 of them kingdoms.
Nope, very wrong.
Was going to trade in the highest motherfucking seat ever for her first cat. This is on you, brother.
All right.
This is on you. You need to take this L and you need to take it strong.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't know what the fuck time you thought this was, but it wasn't that. Trying to get a motherfucking 14-year-old girl to get a... How are we getting there? Running away. How are we going to get there? We on a shit. We in the middle of the goddamn ocean. How are we going... I know how I can leave.
Oh, we could... I thought maybe we could ride in your car.
Oh, yeah, I bet you did. I bet your broke ass did. And where we gonna go? With what money, Kristen?
Oh, I thought maybe you could take some of that.
I bet you did. Shut your ass up and get back down there and shut the fuck up and hold that goddamn sword like you know you about to be somewhere. Ungrateful ass.
Oh my God. I'm still never going to watch this show, but
I let you sniff it.
I want to hear your recaps every week whenever it comes back. Like, I only want to watch this show through you. Amen.
Well, the Dance of Dragons has just begun. Darling. It's about to get real.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, all right. I think that's going to wrap up this week's episode. Check us out at thisistheread.com and on social media at thisistheread. You can find our merch whenever it's restocked over at shoptheread.com. Any other announcements or things you want to say before we get out of here?
No. Once again, thank you for everyone who came out to Trilloween.
Oh, yes.
Appreciate it. Had a good time with y'all. And I think that's it.
Oh, yes. And next week's episode will be a little early. Ha-ha.
Yeah.
Not late, but early this time, bitches.
For reasons that aren't your business. But are not me this time.
No.
I mean, what the fuck did they get an early episode? Why would me? It'd have been late.
Why would you tell yourself like that?
I mean,
all right.
Because usually it's me.
My neighbors are gonna knock like, bitch, it's 2 a.m. What are you doing?
All right.
Yes. Calm down, nigga. Go to bed. All right. We will see y'all next week.